way flat. Ugh. Alright, let's see if that. This thing sounds out of tune with itself. That's pretty close. I mean, this thing sounds out of tune by itself. But that's close enough to pitch. It's a perfect day today, if I dare say so myself. Beautiful sky, not a chemtrail in the sky. Perfect temperature. It's a beautiful day. It's a perfect fucking day. Weather-wise. Or not wise. Whether you're wise or not. It's a perfect day to be in this spot like that. That's like the Top Gun. That's Top Gun. I'm pretty sure it's Top Gun. I don't know, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just something I made up in my head, but it sounds totally familiar. I think it's Top Gun. That's gotta be a song. It's not my song. Somebody else made that up. It's not mine. Here we go. All right, here we go. You better act fast, Jack. Faster. Okay, yeah. You better act fast, jackass. Better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. You better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. You better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. You better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. You better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down, that's right. You better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. You better act fast, jackass, last chance a hammer in the brass tacks. Or temper lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. And do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down, that's right. And we will see who's laughing when the place starts collapsing in a free-for-all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down, so does the captain. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. When the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You gonna run amok, or let the muck run you? Better act fast, jackass, last chance a hammer in the brass tacks. A time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing is gonna come down, that's right. Well, see who's laughing when the place starts collapsing in a free-for-all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down, so does the captain. Oh, see who's laughing. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits a fan. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. When the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You're gonna run amok, or let the muck run you. You better act fast, jackass, last chance a hammer in the brass tacks. A time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down, that's right. Well, see who's laughing when the place starts collapsing in a free-for-all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down, so does the captain. Now wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits a fan. And wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits a fan. When the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You gotta run amok, or let the muck run you. You gotta run amok, or let the muck run you. You better act fast, jackass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down, that's alright. The whole thing's gonna come down, okay? I said the whole damn thing is gonna come down, that's alright. See who's laughing in the place that's free for all. Anything happen when the ship goes down, so does the captain. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, have yourself a damn good plan. The shit hits a fan. When the going gets tough, better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You gotta run amok, or let the muck run you. Better act fast, jackass, last chance a hammer in the brass tacks. A time for nagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, and this whole thing's gonna come down. The whole thing's gonna come down, okay? I said the whole damn fucking thing is gonna come down. The whole damn fucking thing is gonna come down. Let's see, I was doing this song differently lately. It goes like this. Traveling, there's someplace that I got to go. somewhere far away from you, or far from anyone that we both know. It's just time to start again. Something like that. So it's traveling. There's someplace that I got to go. There's somewhere far away from you, or far from anyone that we both know. It's just time to start again. Got to let go and just get my grip. Back in touch with what's in front. Oh, what's in front of me? I got to pull myself together now. Someone that I have to be. Hell and back didn't seem like that far, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that no. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. Now it's all as plain as day to me. I will lose myself. I can't do that rhythm. Maybe it's this. Traveling to someplace that I got to go. Somewhere far away from you, far from anyone that we both know. It's just time to start again. Got to let go and just get my grip. Back in touch with what's in front. Oh, what's in front of me? I got to pull myself together now. Someone that I have to be. Hell and back didn't seem like that far, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. And now it's all as plain as day to me. It's too hard to play it like that. I used to play it really slow, but it kind of got too sluggish. Maybe I should just throw the whole fucking song away. It was like this. It was like, traveling to someplace that I got to go. Somewhere far away from you, far from anyone that we both know. It's just time to start again. To let go and just get my grip. Back in touch with what's in front. Oh, what's in front of me? I will lose myself and find everyone else and try to tie it all together and make sense of this life. Tie it together, tie it together. I got to tie it together, tie it together and make sense of this life. Try keeping it together. I feel like we all could be a lot more satisfied with the way we live around each other. People, you know you got to travel sometimes just to figure out if you're alright. I see you on the other side. Yeah, so long, goodbye, I'm gone, baby. I just got to move on. I see you on the other side. I see you on the other side. Yeah, so long, goodbye, I'm gone, baby. Just have to move on. I got to keep on traveling. Keep on traveling. It's just time to start again. Let go and just get my grip. Back in touch with what's in front. Oh, what's in front of me? I got to pull myself together now. There's someone that I have to be. If the hell and back didn't seem like that far, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. And now it's all just as plain as day to me. I will lose myself and find everyone else. Try to tie it all together. I got to tie it together. I got to tie it together now. Tie it together now. I got to tie it together. Tie it all together. to have like some kind of like, there has to be some kind of backbeat. Like it doesn't, it's too, I don't know. It's got to be more like, there's got to be some kind of back rhythm. Like, I'm not explaining it right, but it seems like I'm just leaning forward the whole time. I don't want to lean forward the whole time. I want to fall on my face. Oh, I didn't smoke my cigarette and it's all burned up. Son of a bitch. I have to keep on babbling. There goes everything. Trav. Worst of all, Trav. There we go. Back in action. You know, I don't think anybody ever wanted to have a slippery phone. I don't think that was ever a thing. Nobody was like, I hope they make them slippery. You know, and out of glass. That'd be great if they're slippery and they're made out of glass. Like if they just slide right off anything. That's a great idea. We got to make them slippery, like really slippery, you know. Like nobody will even be able to hold on if it just slip out of your hand, you know what I mean? It's got to make them slippery. That way people can't hold on. It's definitely a great design plan. Like, get your new sleek iPhone. It's sleek. It's fresh off the presses. Look at this thing. It's so sleek. It's slippery. It slips right out of your hand. It cracks on the ground. It's fantastic. You'll have to buy a new one. Next time you'll buy a case. We make phones slippery, so you buy the case. You get it, like, in case that was lost on you. Because your phone's going to break because it slides off of everything. It's not going to sit in one place. You got to have it perfectly leveled. That level cannot be curved at all. Although level curved, it turns out. Level is curved. It's just a really sort of so gradual curve. So gradual that no one will ever be able to measure it. But it's there. You just got to mentally like work in the hoax, you know. It's so gradual, that way you don't notice it, but it's there. Incremental hoaxing. The earth is curving, but it's so gradual. You'll never really experience it or have to worry about it at all. You might as well just treat the place like it's not curving. In fact, you do. We all do. And in fact, nobody really thinks of the earth as being a globe when it comes to actual like any kind of practicality or like any sort of application of that knowledge to your life. No, it's totally, it's a moot point. And like even when they go about, like if I tasked a team of people to go make concentric circles on the face of the earth, just start making them. Every circle that you make, I'll pay you like more money because each circle is going to be bigger. You know, concentric circles are circles around circles. You know, they get bigger. And so I just tasked you with making concentric circles on the face of the earth. And you just have to keep going, like just start in one spot and then just keep going, you know, making concentric circles. I'll pay you more for each circle because each circle is bigger. It's going to take you longer to make the circle because it's circles outside a circle, and it just keeps getting bigger, you know. If I task a team of people to go do that, guarantee they do it because they're getting paid well, you know. And each circle is taking them longer, so they're getting paid more every circle. So it's incentive for them to keep making circles, you know. And so they keep going about it. They could go about it for years, you know. Those circles would be so big it would take them weeks to get back around, but they'd make thousands of dollars, you know. And so it's like after a while, it just seems like they're walking in a straight line because the circle's so fucking big. But they know it was a circle when they started, and so they got no reason to think that they're walking in a straight line. Really, it's a curved line. It's just so gradual they can't see it, you know. But they always come back to where they started, like they always did, even back when they could see the whole circle. So they know it's a circle they're walking in. It's obvious. There's no way it isn't a circle because they always come back to where they started, and that's how it was in the beginning when they could see the whole circle. So this is all making perfectly logical sense to them. They could go about this for years, and the circles would keep getting bigger and bigger. You know, it takes them weeks to get all the way back around. They're making tons of money. At no point in time during this, like throughout their whole life, and they go on for generations, you know, I mean, this place is huge. And it's like when you have to go over water, there's like a way to do it, like you mark it with drones or something, clones or whatever, or like, you know, something that rhymes with bones. You just mark it over the water. You don't worry about that part. This is a variable you're not going to fucking think about during this thought exercise. So here's the thing. Those people would go about doing that, and they'd know that they're always going to make more money on the next circle because the next circle is always going to be bigger. And they're just like, that's the incentive to keep doing it. Even though it takes longer every time, they're making more money every time. And so it's like, they know that the circle's going to be bigger. That's one thing they know for a fact. And so every time they go about doing this, they're making a certain amount of money based on how big the circle is, you know. And at a certain point, you know, it's just so fucking big, you know. But none of those people would ever expect the next circle to be smaller, because that's ridiculous. Nobody would ever in the whole world, nobody, not one person would ever that was busy doing that, you know, job, basically because they're getting paid to do it. Nobody would ever expect the next circle to be smaller. They know intuitively, it's obvious because they see that the circle that they made prior to that is there's area that they're adding. You know, it's like they're making a new circle around the outside of that one. That's what concentric circles are. So they can see that the circle has to be bigger every time. None of them would ever expect the circle to be smaller. If their circle started to shrink and they were getting paid less, but it was all of a sudden it wasn't taking them as long, and every time it's less and less, it would freak them. It would just it would blow everybody's minds, and it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense at all. It wouldn't logically check out. People would fucking lose their mind. You know, if eventually those circles just petered out and that was it, there's nothing left, they've covered the whole Earth, and the Earth must be a sphere. But nobody's ever going to go do that. But what I'm saying here, though, is if you want to believe the Earth is a sphere, then you absolutely have to depart from what we would all expect to be reality. Because nobody would ever expect those circles to get smaller when they're going about making concentric circles on the face of the Earth, making more money every time because the circles get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They would never expect the next circle to be smaller. They'd be banking on the fact they're going to make more money every time. Nobody would ever expect that circle to be smaller unless they'd already heard this thought exercise and were like, oh, I know what Bass is doing, you know. We're going to get him on this one. We know. Because Earth, what is he trying to say? He debunked spheres. You know, people just don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that nobody would expect that result because it's illogical with what we're working with here. Like, it's not something that anybody would ever expect while they're busy interacting with the Earth. And it's my opinion that they wouldn't get that result because it's not possible. We have no reason to think that it is. If I already knew the Earth was a sphere for a fact because I'd seen it with my own eyes, I'd left the Earth and looked back on it and saw its spherosity, then I would expect that result. But until then, like, I can't just take what people are telling me and then just believe it and then apply it to my interacting with Earth. Like, it's not how this works, and nobody does. Like, what I'm saying is that people went about making my concentric circles, you know, like I said, they know that they're going to get paid more every time because they're getting bigger circles every time. That's what I said. The size of the circle, you get paid more per circle. You know, it's going to take longer, but the pay is better or whatever. It's a higher rate of pay or whatever. It's just so it's incentive to keep going, you know. And so nobody would ever expect the next circle to be smaller. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't check out logically. They can see that they're adding area between the circle that they just made last time and the new circle they're making. They see that they're adding area within the total area circled. And so they're not going to ever come to the conclusion that it's possible to make a smaller circle around the outside of the one they had made prior to that. And, like, you know, the way with the globe, I mean, it's like you'd have to be all sideways and upside down, and I don't know how that would really look in real life. I mean, it just seems crazy. But the point being, it's not something anybody would ever expect, because the way we interact with Earth is not like that. Nobody ever has to factor in curvature or motion. It's not a thing. And if it's not a thing, then it's useless information. It's a moot point. So it's like you're debating a moot point. Like, there should be no debate even, really. It's just like, well, you have a model and you think it works pretty good, and it probably does, but it's not reality. It's a model, you know. Like, you could say that it's perfectly representing reality, but you know, it doesn't, though. That's the thing. There's no downward force. It can't be measured. So that kind of fucks up their model. Most flat earthers don't like talking about that, though, which is strange. But the world is a strange place. People get their heads up their ass and it's kind of a personal thing. You can't make somebody see the truth unless they want to see it. I had to pull my own head out of my own ass. I didn't want anyone to help me with it, no. It's kind of a personal thing that you're going through there. So don't expect someone to want your help pulling their head out of their asshole. It's kind of personal. Don't get mad at them if they don't want to do it. It's up to them to pull that thing out. It's a personal affair. If you don't want to go there. I didn't want anyone's help doing it myself. Just had to pull my head out of my ass. I was glad I did. But then I realized that nobody else really wants help with it either. It's a personal thing. Pulling your head out of your ass, it's not something most people should want any help with, no. It's kind of a personal thing. Yes, sir. Pulling your head out of your ass. It's up to you to do it, my friend. I'm only suggesting you should. I'm not trying to do it for you, no. It's your job to do. My job is to acknowledge the fact that your head is wedged up your ass, and it's not a good look. But my head was up mine too, and so I can't even really talk down to you. I'm just talking at you, even though your head's up your ass. I know you can hear me somewhere in there, and I declare you'd be a lot happier out here. You can see the light. It feels alright, man. It's a beautiful day. You should go ahead and handle that real quick, and then we can have some fun. Yep, I'm not gonna help you with that though, son. You gotta do that yourself. You gotta pull your own head out and see the light of day. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's brewing. You know you're gonna ruin your day by going on that way. You should pull it out and see and smell and feel the breeze through the trees. The birds are chirping and I'm just working on trying to get you to wake the fuck up and see the truth. You've been flamboozled, you've been shamdoozled, you've been duped, you've been hoodwinked, and you've been led out on a limb and left there to die alone. You've been fed to the wolves, and you've been strung up and tarred and feathered. You've been under the weather, but you've been trained to not use your brain in a very critical way. I dare say you should try a new approach, but I don't want to be your life coach. I'm just trying to preach what I've been practicing. I practice till I get it perfect, and then I'll speak the words to a song that I play, and I do it every day. It's the first time this song's been played or heard, Every single word was off the top of my head. Now talk is cheap. It's getting cheaper every day. Every word we say, we get further from the truth. You just open your eyes and look. You don't need to read a book. Just be. That's all we need to see. Don't see, just listen here. Don't look here, look here, listen. Don't look, listen to what I hear. I heard this right here and listen to it with your ears. Your eyes don't hear, your ears do. Your ears don't see, but they seem to hear the sound of what I seem to know. I'm looking at my own sound as I project it around me in a positive way. Although it might not be all that pleasant to hear that your asshole is full of your head right now. It's kind of awkward. That's me, I'm Dr. Bass Awkward. Did I smoke that cigarette already? Man, I'm just ripping through these things, not even paying attention. Did I really do that? What the fuck is going on, man? I can't even enjoy the damn thing. I just need to get like one of them long cigarettes, like a mile long. What's up, brother? Carl. Don't listen to what I hear. No, don't. Fuck what they heard. Fuck them in the ear. Fuck what they heard here. Fuck them in the ear. I like to turn things on their ear. Flip the script and see if it's more realistic. Usually the script that we're handed is bass backwards. Like what I notice, like everybody notices, is that like for instance, the Charlie Kirk, like any kind of big, media hype, where it's like it saturates the media. It's just, it's permeated every fucking media there is, and Charlie Kirk, for instance, is a perfect example of that. And it's like the story is this time it's especially. I mean, it's been especially fucking weak every time, really. I mean, like 9/11. I mean, come on. That was such a massive fucking hoodwink. I mean, it's just like we all had to swallow the biggest fucking joke of story. And I mean, I can't, I don't understand how anybody can believe it, really. And like with this Charlie Kirk thing, it's like the same thing, but it's even worse, really, in a sense where it's like we're being, I mean, just because it exposes the corruption, it's just like a blatant, like, I don't even think the guy got shot personally, but I mean, I don't think anybody killed him. I think it's, but like, for what it's worth, they want us to think, I mean, what I'm seeing here is they want us to think that they assassinated him because the story that the FBI and the official whatever they're pitching the most retarded story, and it's blatantly a lie, and it's like they're just running with it, and it's like we can't be so like naive as to think that they're not aware of what the murmur on social media is. They know. They're not blind. I mean, they're not fucking apart from that. Trump is like a social media fiend. I mean, these people aren't so full of themselves that they haven't gone and looked at what's going on social media. They know exactly how the country is receiving their fucking bullshit narrative. And they know that we don't believe it. And they're just running with it. And it's like, so this dude gets assassinated, right? And now you're giving us this. I mean, there was no, like, they completely departed from the protocol from, like, a situation where there's somebody murdered like that. There wasn't, like, any kind of, like, I mean, the whole thing was like a staged. It was so poorly put together, the story. I mean, it's just like, dude, this is just the most blatant hoodwink. I mean, so these guys are doing this, and so it's like a top-down operation. I mean, obviously, I mean, the fact that there was no blood on anybody at the point where the guy was bleeding out on the ground and they had their hands all over him and stuff. They jumped on top of him. You know, I mean, they would have gotten. It's like it's there's something wrong with the picture in there. You know, it's like that's the part where we should all just take pause and be like, how come there was no blood? I mean, that's not what would happen. So there's like the guy didn't even get shot, as far as I'm concerned. But and there's that thing with the little like when you zoom in on the wound right as the bullet hits, like his neck is moving and the wound is his neck is moving independently from the wound. It's like a bad layering job. So I mean, we got totally hoaxed. And but to what end? I mean, it's like this is just such a fucking convoluted storyline. Like it just makes me wonder, like what what is the end game with this kind of shit? I mean, like it's obvious that it's a big lie, and you know, as far as how they're telling the story, which is like how they tell every story, that's not a surprise. But I mean, this is a new level of like brazen, like just like abuse of power and I mean, they can't be so bold and so dumb as to think they're convincing anybody what they're saying. All you'd have to do is take one look at social media. I mean, it's not difficult for them to go see how they're being received, and so they know. They have to know. There's people on their team that know, that would have told them if they don't know, if they're just so lost in la la land that they don't ever look at social media. But that's there's very few people. You know, I mean, these guys, they're like politicians. They spend all their time on social media. That's what they do, and they're not busy like gaslighting people on fucking camera on screen or whatever they do. You know, I mean, like it's just such a clown show that, I mean, I wonder like if there's got to be because so much effort's going into it. There's got to be some kind of a goal that's being they have some goal that they're working towards. And it can't just be that like what the what your average conspiracy theorist would think with that. They want to fool us into thinking that he got assassinated, or they want us to think that he got assassinated by a trans shooter, whatever. It's like it's this reoccurring narrative, but like they 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 can't think that we're convinced of that though. It wouldn't take them long to figure that out. I mean, if they were remotely worried about that, they never address the fact that they're being received in a certain way, where they have their popularity has been all but lost, and they're just still acting like they're just, you know. I mean, Trump has to know he's lost a lot of support. He doesn't give a fuck. I mean, we got a lame duck named Donald who's just like fucking running amok. Lame duck named Donald just running amok. He's a lame duck named Donald. He's a running amok. He don't give a fuck. He ain't trying to get reelected. The lame duck named Donald. He's a running amok. He don't give a fuck. And I got one word for him. No, two words. You suck. The lame duck named Donald. He's running amok. He don't give a fuck. I got two words for you. You suck. Lame duck named Donald. He's a running amok. He's gonna fucking lead you all right into your fucking surveillance state, like make you beg for your chains. Please, please save us from ourselves. Please. Please save us from your fucking. Save us from you. Who's gonna save us from you? I think what we could do is just everybody vote for themselves next time there's a presidential election. Everybody in the country voted for themselves. It'd be a tie. It'd be a tie. And the thing is, none of the politicians would get one vote. Or they'd probably get the vote where they voted for themselves too, but it would still be a tie all across the whole nation. And it would just keep happening like that because it'd be fun. We'd just be like, we're sticking it to you. Like nobody got more votes. Everybody got one vote. And so it's a tie, and it's a perpetual tie. It keeps happening. I mean, they'd probably try to rig some shit. But I'm saying it's like, it'd be a statement, and it'd be like, we're taking our power back. Now everybody is president. Nobody is president. Everybody is president, or nobody is president. Y'all can kick rocks because nobody needs the politicians. They're not doing anything. I mean, are we to think that they're really doing anything that's helpful to us? I mean, what do they do? I mean, the roads and the... No, they don't. Dude, I can fucking patch a hole in the road, man. I don't need to be, like, gaslit and fucking led into, like, fucking surveillance state like it's some kind of necessity or something. the only fucking danger out there is them. They're like, we're gonna put up a surveillance state to keep you safe from us. That's not gonna work, dude. The Hegelian dialectic has gotten more and more ridiculous because it's supposed to be the Hegelian dialectic is supposed to be like an interaction. But they have a solution already figured out what they want to, you know, impose on us, and so they're going to create a problem to get a reaction. That's the part that's important, and then they bring in the solution. But the thing is, if they create a problem, and then they're not getting the reaction that they want, then they go out and pretend the reaction's happening, and they have a bunch of crisis actors go out and act like like they need the solution. And while the rest of us are just sitting there going, "What?" You know? I mean, I was amazed that people fell for it with the pandemic. They just played on people's fucking paranoia. You know, it's like, oh, germs and cooties and. But like, dude, it was so obvious. I told my family right at the very beginning of it, I'm like, this is a vaccine hustle in a major way. You got to see this coming from a mile away. This is a vaccine hustle. That's at the end of this whole thing. This is a fucking scam. And I held my ground. I'm like, just don't give in, you know. But my words weren't. I guess I don't know. I felt like I was stern enough, but like, the thing is, people just I don't know what it was with all that. It's like, because it was the same problem that we have with every media saturation. The storyline never makes any fucking sense. I mean, that was a reverse pandemic, like I always say. It's like the only people that suffered greatly or died were the people that went to the hospital. So that would tell you that it was a reverse pandemic. Because I don't even know if there's ever been I don't think there was ever a real pandemic, but what a real pandemic is supposed to be, it's like where everybody's dropping dead and dying and sick and suffering greatly, except for the people that were lucky enough to make it to the hospital. But what we had was a reverse pandemic. It was the complete opposite. Nobody was suffering or dying except for the people that went to the hospital. So, I mean, that being said, I mean, I think people should at least, I mean, I would think people would be awake by now after 9/11. I mean, that was just like, at the time, I remember I never believed it once. I'm just like, dude, that can't happen. Fucking can't happen, dude. And I was just, I was amazed that we were supposed to believe all that. I just figured it would be exposed pretty quickly, but then, but then, whatever. I mean, now social media, it's like they can totally see that people don't even believe their shit. So what is it they're trying to do? I mean, is it just for the record? They can't be doing it for their conscience. I mean, they know what the hell's going on. What is the end game here? I don't even know why I'm talking to nobody. Sorry, if there's somebody in there, I'm sorry. It says that there's nobody here. Talking to nobody here. I can talk for a year, and I'll just still be talking to nobody here. Nobody hears me, nobody near me, and I don't know why they might fear to be within hearing distance of me. Perhaps my words will just go unheard, and people will go on believing the deceiving people at the top of the chain. Well, actually, a chain doesn't have a top. Now that I think about it, a chain is in a complete circle. It's all equally held together. There ain't no top and no chain. Okay. Top of the chain. Don't make no sense. The top of the food chain, huh? Well, what is the top of a chain? You might want to say the top of the food pyramid, but the food pyramid's bullshit. I think it's like the apex predator. It's like the apex. The A is the shape of an apex. The apex. The AI. The AI at the top of the pyramid is AI, the all-seeing eye. at the top of the pyramid. The one big I, the O, the zero. That many people are watching me. I'm so popular. Hey, I know what AI is. AI is just an eye up in the sky. Gorgeous spy on you and I and everyone in society. Say goodbye to your privacy. It's the most realistic shit you're going to get, but it's the fake shit. Don't mistake it for being real. It's not alive. Teach it how to walk, how to talk, how to pick a lock, and how to read your mind. Teach it how to jump rope, how to cook dope, how to tell a joke, but it don't understand the punchline. Teach it how to repeat shit, but can it keep a secret? I don't think so, it won't know why. It won't know why. Hey, I know what AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. It's an algorithmic gimmick, been given no limit, goes all the way out, around, and back in it. The official, artificial, digital idolatry. That's really all that it could be to call it intelligent is intellectual dishonesty. But you can teach how to play Tetris and chess and checkers and tic-tac-toe. Teach it how to look like it's teaching it something that should go. Whoa. Well, teach it that there's nothing new that can be done. Nothing new that exists under the sun. Hey, I know what AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. AI is just an eye up in the sky. It's going to spy on you and I and everyone in society. Say goodbye to your privacy and your job. Got no reason to believe something that I can't see. Got no reason to believe 8,000 miles below the ground. People are living their lives in the upside down. If seeing is believing, then it's something I ain't seeing, then I got no reason to believe it at all. No, no, I got no